Yeah, we should be.
Yeah, so the quick goosey gander. Yes, we are indeed. Right, you shortened it to AVP.
You don't like it shortened, do you?
Not anymore, not in this age of SEO. Alright, I've changed that. And we are joined by Christopherson already. Hello, welcome.
Still collating is going to join us in this game, apparently.
Yes. Let's get that.
I do love me some AVP 2010 screen noise.
Oh yeah, very ambient, I think. Sarah's joined us. Welcome, Sarah.
Sarah, hey.
Right, okay, I'm gonna get sharing now.
There we go. Screen noise is a little louder so you can hear it. Okay. Let me join on the scream so I can... The scream. Join on the scream! Because it is the screamy season now.
Okay, I'm just gonna get that posted on Facebook and the Twitter as well.
It's called X, okay? Can you please call it X already? I'm sick of people continuing to call it Twitter. I renamed it X for a reason, so you need to respect that and call it X, please, now.
Alright, I'm sorry, Elon. Didn't mean to offend you. Good job, you're doing a good job with SpaceX.
Yes, I like to take all the credit for that, but actually it's the geniuses that I all fund with Daddy's Emerald Mine money.
Oh man, I started to type classic Aliens vs Predator 2010 and then I felt like vomiting. Why are we so old? 11 years ago.
The classic
No,
retro
30
game, AVP
15 years
2010.
ago.
We're like, ah.
Oh, God.
Alright, let's see if this works. Alt Control 0. Yeah, it did work. Wow! Hotkeys actually
Have you
work.
not used them yet?
No, I have. It's just been a while. Usually I'll just Alt tab out and just have the game window selected, but it didn't want to recognize this one, so I had to do it the old-fashioned way. Christopherson asks, by the way, guys, I wanted to ask, do you think they should have given the Marines their own finisher kills with a Space Marine knife or whatever weapon they were using?
No.
People were already mad enough that the Marines could just block the Alien and Predator. If they were, like, snapping their necks and shit, I don't know,
Yes.
the fans would have liked that too much.
I feel that would have gone very poorly. You chose poorly.
Okay, so we have, what server are we joining?
I think the unknown mixed species deathmatch is the only one with anything in it at the minute.
Alright, so if anyone has this game and would like to join us, AVP unknown. Mixed species deathmatch. Just deathmatch? Come on, team deathmatch.
Well, speed, yeah, team.
Jeez.
Mixed team species deathmatch.
We should have just turned our server back on. We gotta do that again.
What, your buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
I'll go ahead and be a Marine. Somebody's got to be.
I'm still sharing. I'll be there shortly. Feel free to just start. It's the beauty of these old games. We can just join sessions in progress.
Species team deathmatch. Defeat the other team to win.
A legacy feature, right?
Yep. From classic gaming era.
Things like scoreboards.
Hey, they added the scoreboard back
It's true.
to Battlefield. Christopherson says the X-rays on the characters are so memorable. Yeah, the menu for 2010 was just great stuff.
Oh, these aliens are on my team. I forget. Hello.
And Hanzo says, man, I have played this game 10 times. Yeah, I replayed this one quite a lot back in day.
We loved this game. Like, even when it first came out and it had gotten some mixed reviews, I remember you and I were defending it.
I was always big on it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were obviously things that
Could have been better, for sure.
could have been better, but I always really liked the combat system. Because I liked how visceral it was. I think it plays better on a controller. Oh, hang on. I haven't got my blinking profiles.
We killed each other.
I'll play an AVP 2010, not even start this sun. There we go. Yeah.
By the way, just to check, can you hear both of us okay? How are the audio levels? I can always change them. I know we're such professionals at this, but it's just like, chat, this sound good? Okay. Let us know if it doesn't. We'll try and fix it.
Well, I've forgotten how to play this. I've forgotten all my controllers.
Yeah, I always played this on a controller as well, instead of keyboard and mouse. It's because I originally had this for 360, so I have all that muscle memory. Caleb says Aaron's a teeny bit quieter than me. Aaron, can you try boosting your level? Yeah, other people are saying that as well. We'll make it go higher.
I'll double check. God. He's such a drama student. Okay. 150. How's that? How's that, chat?
Is that better, chat? Does Aaron sound about... Is he on my level now? My audio level, that is?
I'll never be on your level. Oop. Scar just did me in. I lost track of him.
Caleb, welcome. How you doing?
Sarah says it's better.
Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Anybody like to go get brunch on Sunday? I love brunch. With a nice grapefruit mimosa. Oh, nothing better.
Oh, still collating was just tag teamed.
Is brunch a big thing over in the UK, Aaron?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Maybe it's kind of a hipster American thing. I don't know. Xander, welcome to the stream. He's just popping in to say hey, and that we're really kicking ass lately as per usual. Well, thank you. You're always our favorite simp. So thank you for simping.
Indeed. Appreciate it. Hey, Mr. Ridgetop.
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Oh, hello. Oh, are you greedy?
If I was an alien, if I was an enemy alien, you'd be pooped.
Woo.
Caleb says, yeah, we never really got into the whole brunch thing as far as I'm aware. We just like big fat breakfasts.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we like breakfast too, but on Saturdays or mainly Sundays, we do like our brunch. Oof.
Oh, collating got me.
Christofferson says, if we get a new AVP game, should the Predator get all the known weapons seen in all media, but the alternative versions of the weapons are skins with personal perks or special attacks? I mean, just like we saw with Hunting Grounds, it would be nice if we got more customization options for the Predator. I mean, we saw that with Fireteam Elite and initially Aliens Colonial Marines, and then on the Predator side with Hunting Grounds. So if there was a new AVP game, I would hope, you know, it would have that element of really being able to personalize your character.
Yeah, I don't think you can have modern games that don't do that anymore.
And yeah, the more Predator weapons available, the better.
Ah, damn it. Hello, Justzilla, the king of games.
Welcome.
And as I always do, I must state that is a lie. That is Yugi.
And for 20...
Says, yeah, character customization is too much of a thing in modern games now for that to be entirely left out in any new Predator game. Yeah. It would just be too much of a disappointment otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Xander says, I'm surprised there's no news of a new AVP game. I know that Disney is keeping distance with the crossover, but still. Yeah, I can't imagine we're going to see...
Maybe that's what Cold Iron's working on.
Maybe when we finally get some, you know, comic news.
Well, I know I always like to bring up anniversaries, but 2024 is the 20th anniversary of the first AVP movie. So I'm really hoping they take advantage of that. They launch the AVP comics, and we start seeing more AVP media again. That would be awesome.
I don't think... I'd like to think that the companies would want to capitalize on the anniversaries more, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. Maybe I've just got a lot more cynical.
I mean, I guess we'll find out next year too, because it is Aliens 45th. Oh, that was cool. Seeing a Xeno execute another one.
If only one of them was like red.
Oh.
Wedge GTX, hello guys, welcome.
Hey,
Wedge.
hey.
Caleb says the problem with the AVP movies is it seems to have given the executives the impression that that's all AVP ever was. Yeah, they forget about the golden days of the comics and the games. And forget that one of the reasons that people didn't like the movies was because of how unlike the games they were.
Also, the ambient music in this was always cool and spooky.
And then Caelan's also saying when they only ever came about in the first place because AVP was such a thing throughout the 90s in comics and games. Yeah, exactly what we're just saying. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Oh.
I'm getting pummeled. Christopherson says, did the audio logs you find and listen to in the Marine campaign give you the chills? Or were they disturbing? One sounds super horrifying and involving a melting facehugger. I always liked the logs in this game. I don't think any ever hit me quite like that, but just because it was the first time Lance really came back, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wasn't it the first time they did audio logs? Because I know AVP2 had all those text logs, but...
Yeah, AVP2 had a lot of text logs, but no audio logs.
And then Alien Isolation kind of ran with that.
But then we had the text logs, and we had text logs of a variety in the Jaguar game as well. But this would have done the audio logs before Isolation, remember?
Yeah. Nomad Clan, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry Ilphonic angers you with them reminding you that their game exists. It's never fun.
Was that the sales thing?
No, they just did a tweet that was just like, jump into Predator hunting grounds, and everyone was like,
Are you even supporting this anymore? No, you're not. Xenosaurian says, still waiting for the sequel to this game. Yeah, if we do get a new AVP game, it's gonna have nothing to do with this, though.
damn. Still collating, why are you persecuting me? Man,
Scar.
I do love the sniper rifle in this game almost as much as I love the AVP2 one.
I always liked that this one was a little bit more.
I almost had you.
It felt a little closer to being something different, but still appropriate. Like the rail sniper rifle in AVP2 just, I don't know, it never felt aesthetically right to me. I do still love this map though, the beta map.
Whew.
Yeah, Harvey says, I want a new AVP game with Unreal Engine 5. Wedge says, the two AVP movies were very unpopular and not much changed since, mostly thanks to the disaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. But, I mean, there's been great, really good AVP stuff since the movies anyway, Civilized Beasts I really enjoyed. I think Thicker Than Blood is one of the best of the comic series. This game, of course. I mean, I know it shares a lot of aesthetic with the movies, but I still think it's very strong. Even to this day, it still looks great.
Oh yeah, for a 2010 game, I mean, it was one of the early DX11 games, if I'm not mistaken, on PC. So it always looked great on console, but on PC it was really a showcase game. Oh, whew, I got lucky with that one. Christofferson asks, what are your thoughts and hopes in the future coming Aliens game that's different from Alien Isolation? Are you referring to the Servios one? I know there was I mean, we haven't heard anything about that in quite a while, but there was an interview with one of the designers, and he was saying...
Have you watched that?
Not the full interview, but he was saying they're going for a spiritual successor to Isolation. So we'll see. I mean, they don't have the biggest pedigree as a studio, but we'll see if they're up for it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. Ow.
I need to listen to that. Because to be fair, that in itself is like a nice post. I got you. Oh no, we didn't save you.
Sizzy Bubbles, welcome to the stream.
Nomad. Oh, chat's not big enough on my my little screen here. Nomad Clan says, "Did you hear that AVP has been placed as an esports game tournament?"
I have not. I'm guessing that would probably be a fan-based thing.
Yeah, that's far too
I don't
niche
think
to be a proper
I
thing,
don't
isn't
think
it?
I'll be seeing, any live events of that. But it's always fun to compete in these games.
Drusilla says, "Still play the campaign a lot on my PS3. Whenever I get the itch to play something AVP." Yeah.
I almost had every trophy for this game on PlayStation. I got every achievement on Xbox. The only trophy I was missing was the 6-pack. That's literally all
that
I
was
need.
hard work to get that one.
So,
I remember that being one of the hardest trophies.
so if there's 5 of you that have PS3s, well, I don't know. I think the servers are shut down on PlayStation now, aren't they?
Well, it was always peer-to-peer, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe you're right. Oh shit, there's Marines on the enemy team now. I did not even realize that. Caleb says 360 no caster. Yeah.
Wedge says, "I would love to see Rebellion making another AVP game." Yeah, I don't think there's anybody who wouldn't want to say.
I mean, Rebellion has posted about it a little bit recently, and I've talked to some of the guys there, and I know they would love to do another one. They've told me as much. So yeah,
It's part of their history.
and they've come a long way as a studio as well in more than a decade. So I think they could make something really cool.
Well, I mean, they're more than just a video game studio now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't they have like some equivalent of whatever Volume is?
Yeah, I think they're one of the only UK production things to have that right now. So if they did like old school looking live action cutscenes, but with the modern tech like that, oh man, that would be so cool.
Yeah. I'd love to see Rebellion back as well. But then again, they're mostly doing Sniper Elite now, aren't they? I've never actually played it.
Well, they had one called Strange Brigade, which was kind of cool looking, and they have their zombie army games.
Zombie stuff doesn't never really appeals to me.
Oh, I'm still alive. Casper, hello to you. Welcome to the stream.
Indeed, welcome. Xenosaurian says, "Would be cool to have an AVP4 game that featured the Engineers, Deacons, Neomorphs, and Protomorphs, and all the unique aspects of Prometheus and Covenant." Adam, thoughts?
Sorry, I'm in a fight right now. My thoughts are no.
As the resident prequel hater. We all know it. Don't try and defend yourself and say you're not a hater.
I mean, I hate what they did to the lore, but I don't hate them as films.
I don't care for the Deacon, but I would quite happily see more of the Neomorphs. Come on then, let's get a train going.
A kill train?
Yeah.
Well, I can't participate because I'm a Marine. It would be fun if I could, though.
No, we don't want
Just-
that, remember.
just-
We just had this conversation.
Just choke slam a xenomorph. That needs to be in the next game. Oh. Whew. I can't believe we made it through that.
Oh, we missed some stuff from Casper about. What's this? 91 life. Lifetime 23 says, I hope Romulus does great. We really need a sequel to Covenant.
I mean, if Prey does great and Romulus also, well, I mean, Prey already did great, but if Romulus also does great, then I think we can say like, hey, maybe Disney are good stewards of these franchises, you know?
Well, you've got to remember who Prey was in development.
That's
before
true.
Disney.
They still greenlit it, you know?
Yeah, true. Casper says, if you want to see more of the Deacons, just stare at the mountains. Yeah, that was so weird. That was such a weird twist that the comic people took for that one.
Well, it's interesting because at the end of the art book of Prometheus, you see the Deacon just kind of outside looking up at the hillside, and I'm like, okay, it's weird how this ends up going. But
yeah,
he looks to the future of becoming a giant mountain.
he knows what he wants. Nomad Clan says, what was your favourite moments in Predator, Alien, or AVP games that made you go, that was awesome? Mine, I think, was Prince jumping on the ship. I love to see that moment in modern graphics.
That was indeed a cool moment, and I know the artist we've worked with a number of times, Azolgarts, did a piece based on that very scene. It was really cool. But what do you think, Aaron? What would be a classic? What would be a classic moment you would like to see recreated?
Well, not necessarily recreated, but favourite moments are definitely the first moment Stompy comes unfurling out of the vent in San Cristobal. That is just incredibly mesmerising and one of my sort of benchmark moments for alien movement and looks. I also have a super soft spot for that. What the lab's called when you eject the alien out.
What is
Summit
that
Labs,
called?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll always have a soft spot.
Cystic? No.
No, that's Cystech. That's after that. But you know what I mean. That bit I absolutely genuinely love because that was also my first taste of the game. It was that slice that they did all the press showings on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, playing this game, playing Isolation for the first time at Creative Assembly, and playing that bit, and I can never forget the adrenaline come down I was on after playing that.
I bet. It's too bad you never got to go inside the egg, though.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. You guys get all the cool promotional stuff when it comes to events like that. Christopherson says, I believe the Pred Alien in the Dark campaign is a male type, while the Pred Alien AVPR was female. I believe they're all asexual. You know, I don't.
Hey, Colin called her a she because she was becoming a queen.
Yeah, but that's, the queen produces without a mate, so. As far as we're aware.
Casper says, unpopular opinion, but Fire and Stone, Life and Death were one of my favorite comics. Yeah, they had some great moments, and you know, regardless of my thoughts on the whole prequels and canon, like, I'm still a completionist. I got the hardcover of those, and I mean, you got to give them credit for a number of things. It was the first time they attempted a crossover event like that wide, yeah, and
well, I mean, they'd done Xenogenesis, but it wasn't to that sort of scale. And I actually really like Life and Death, though.
Yeah, and Ahab has become like one of the most recognizable Predators, I think, among fans. So,
and he is awesome. So, Ahab is awesome.
But you were gonna read off something Sarah said.
Oh, I can't wait for a physical copy of Prey to show up on a doorstep. Yeah, man. So buzzing for...
Yeah, mine is scheduled for tomorrow. It's already shipped. So I'll have to check out the deleted scenes for that.
I don't think they're going to be too... I don't think there's too much to it.
I know there's a few deleted scenes, like the one where ferals on the hillside kind of prepping that we saw in one of the TV spots.
Oh, where he puts the bolt in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think we see an alternate opening again, where there was a bit more storytelling focus on the tribe.
Did you ever read that script I released?
No, I still need to. Have you? I guess you
It
had to
wasn't-
retype it also.
No, we don't talk about what Aaron does.
Oh, okay. What? What did I say?
About retyping it.
Oh, I didn't say anything about that. What are you talking about?
No, me either. I don't know anything about it.
But we may have other scripts in the future. Maybe we may have some other scripts in our back pocket that we have not released.
Yes. I did not spend the start of the year.
Or we may not. We will see.
I tell you what, you know, when I had to do it for Predator 2, that was absolute chore.
So how many exclusive scripts have we released now? Because Predator 2, that was the first time that one had ever released, right?
Yes, so I redid a couple of Alien Covenant scripts back when they came out. I really wish I'd have watermarked those. I've started doing that now on all of them. Because it's not like I blitzed through them. But yeah, I'm the only reason we've got scripts for Covenant. AJ released a mixture thing of one of the Predator 2 scripts and some storyboards. I did up the first Predator 2 draft. I've done Prey, obviously. I've got that script of the very first draft of ABP to do for the ABP anniversary. But to be fair, I don't need to type that one up. That's just going to be me scanning that one in. And then, of course, whatever other secret things we have.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Dinosaurian says, I hope the sequel for Prey, something about insinuating the gun Naru acquires at the end. No, well, it is the pistol from the end of Predator 2. There's no wiggle room around that one. I was never annoyed that they redid the Vision. They didn't do the comic, because the moment I realised that it was set near the date on the pistol, I was like, well, that's going to be in the film. And I had no illusions to the fact that it wasn't going to be how it was depicted in the comic. It never is when it comes to our little franchises. And I think AJ speculated that one very early, didn't he? And we were all like, nah. And then when the dates came out, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they would put the pistol in. I was surprised because Predator 2 doesn't really get referenced that much since. So, yeah, and I think it was handled pretty well, honestly. Jet Legevs. Am I saying that right?
It's just Sarah. It's just Sarah.
Oh, that right. Sarah says, I'm off work at the moment, had surgery, so if you need me to type stuff and send over, I don't mind. Well, I hope you have a speedy recovery. And yeah, I hope that all went well.
Sarah's trying to edge in on some of the secret stuff there.
Oh, I
see what you're doing, Sarah. I see what you're doing.
All right, I guess I should change species.
Oh, it won't let me be. Marine. Xenosaurian says, I know they mean to say it's the same one, but they could just ignore it and act like it's not now. I think that would be an insult. It was never going to do what the comic did. It was never going to be like that, unfortunately. And I love Prey, so I'm quite happy with it how it is. Man, Prey was so good.
Caleb says, got to get that Pray 2, Pray Harder script type up in time for Christmas.
What the Xenosaurian, the Alien and Predator has never been one to adapt the comics as is. Never been. You know, as far back as Alien 3.
Yeah, because they did a whole bunch of post-Aliens comics that were all about, you know,
Ripley and Hicks and Newt. So I think it was a bit unrealistic to expect anything else.
I think the closest I'd say we got to a comic adaptation has been AVP, because there, you know, were a number of elements from that.
Elements of it, but it's nowhere near an adaptation.
It's still its own thing.
And to be fair, you know, we do all want that. We did want that adaptation. I still want that kind of similar Peter Briggs script.
Mike DeLeonardo Jr., welcome. How's it going?
Wade says, I would like to see a movie or TV show with zero references or cameos from a previous one, just 100% new stuff and avoid the Star Wars crap. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I very much hope to not find a load of reused dialogue in Alien Romulus. I've never been one to need. I like subtle Easter eggs. I like a little bit of continuity. Yeah, it doesn't need to be reference galore or anything. That's where I think one of my big problems with Requiem comes from.
Get to the chopper.
Oh,
Hey, at least the Predator did that worse.
I don't know, because delivery-wise, who was it who had the line in Requiem? I can't remember.
It was Dallas. Because Ricky was like, I'm not leaving you. He's like, get to the chopper. Casper said, R.I.P. my question. I'll go find it. Let's see. What was he doing there on his own if he destroyed the probe? Why not head for Earth like they planned? What's this in?
He's talking about Life and Fire and Stone. Yeah, well, I assume he's talking about Life and Stone.
It's been a while since I've read
Life
that.
and Stone, Fire
Life and Stone.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
It opens with the engineer crushing on a probe, doesn't it? One of the human probes.
Oh, he says before that. Okay, let me go back. I'm not seeing it. You want to just ask it again? Please? Fire and tacos.
I mean, you're fair, Xenosaurian. To get to the chopper in Avery Parks, it makes sense. It was an intense situation on the hospital roof, but it's such an obvious Predator. I can't stand the obvious stuff like that. I hate reused dialogue personally. It's a proper bugbear of mine. I find it pulls me out too much.
Ah, there's an alien after me. Not anymore. There's not.
Not sure whether there's any deleted scenes on the UK pre-release. Yeah, I think we get everything that the States does on that.
You got the fancy steelbook too from Zabby.
I did. Even though I'm not the steelbook aficionado like you are.
Yeah, but the artwork was good enough that you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Best Buy over here. They had the exclusive. I think it sold out in about a day.
Well, that's good to see. Casper, just post it again, buddy.
Ah!
This was always a good map on this as well, even if it is obviously movie inspired, but the dynamic nature of the map is fantastic.
Xenosaurian says, still think it's a real shame they never released the AVP anime being completed and ready to be released in all.
Oh.
Yes. I know you have misgivings about what we heard about the story, but no, if it's finished, people's work deserves to be seen. It's not canon, so...
It could, if it's as bad as it sounds, though, it could do more damage than harm for the curiosity of...
I believe in Shinji Arimaki. He has done nothing but awesome animes.
Even with what we've actually heard,
if it's cool,
you think that sounds awesome.
I would depend on how it was done. If it's done, I want to see it, and then I can judge it for myself.
But then when it's terrible and everybody's like, AVP can't work, it's too crap. look at all these bad movies, and now there's a bad anime. I need to finish writing up that post. The only bit I got left to do was transcribe what Fox thought about the project.
Casper, is your question naughty or something? Yeah, because I have not seen it 3 times.
Sizzy Bubble says, yeah, I was on Best Buy like a whole fresh package until it became available. Sarah said something about the features on it then. Making of Prey panel, Treetop Chase, audio commentary, alternate opening scene, Big Warrior, Little Warrior. Yeah, the Big Warrior, Little Warrior stuff's all the deleted scenes, I believe. Nomad Clan says, yo, working with Azul was so awesome, and seeing my Nomad Predator in that level of detail hit different. I'm definitely going to try to commission them for a full body in the future.
She is
a big fan of Azul,
she has become one of my favorite Predator artists. She is just phenomenal. And yeah, I really like that piece she did of your character, Nomad Clan, especially how there was the Predator's hound in there. That looked just great. So we have used her a number of times at this point, and I'm sure the last time won't be the last, so.
Xenosaurian says, don't know what you're referring to, but even if it actually is bad, I still really want to see that anime. Yeah, that's another reason I need to finish this. Some of the producers were on another podcast where they went into detail about what Aaron Mackey did with the narrative, because they just basically threw out everything that the producers had done, where it was more of a straight adaptation of AVP, the first comic, then AVP War, and then they did something original rather than doing 3 World War. And then threw it all away and did some best of kind of things, because the Japanese studios had never seen more than Aliens, and weren't even that really into it. But yeah, I was transcribing a lot of what the details they went into to post, but I need to finish it. And Sarah says, I'm relieved. The deleted scenes, I'm assuming there.
Okay. Casper's question was, at the start of Fire and Stone, we see a Whaling Yutani probe scanning the moon and getting smashed by an engineer a few years prior to the events of Prometheus. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's dated, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just like a little tease. Like, I don't know. Like,
I'm sure it's dated, and it is actually before Prometheus. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the things I didn't like about Fire and Stone, was that it felt very Prometheus in that it was a very messy and unresolved narrative without any clear-cut answers to things.
What? That's like Prometheus?
Yes. And I think I said it in my written review of it, or a podcast review.
I mean, the comic was essentially Prometheus with aliens and predators thrown.
Well, more just because they kept having to change things because Fox told them they weren't allowed to do stuff.
Yeah. It's so funny because Prometheus was originally billed as like, oh, it's its own thing in the universe, and then the first comics we get are just like, and here's AVP and Prometheus. I'm like, God damn it.
Well, it was never its own thing, let's be honest.
They tried to play it off like it was. They were doing, and it's interesting. I listened to Perfect Organisms podcast recently on Prometheus, and they talked about that. They were like, there was very much, this was an Alien prequel at some point, but then it's like, it's its own thing now, and it has strands of alien DNA, and they were very coy with it. They were not making a deal out of it being in the Alien universe. It wasn't until we saw the movie, and it was like Wayland Corporation,
Well,
like, okay, this is...
It was when the first trailer come out, and we were
we
like,
saw
yep,
the jockey chamber, and we are like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, we continued to cover it purely from that DNA comment, didn't we? But then it was unequivocally a part of the universe. I don't think the guys did much defending in that episode, though. I don't think they quite hit the target.
In defense of Prometheus.
Yeah.
It's a very hard thing to defend that movie, so I don't blame them.
I was like, yeah, probably should have retitled this one, guys.
But I didn't know Derek liked it as much as he did, so...
I've not listened to the other one Derek was on. That was his second one, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
that was his second one.
What was the first one they did?
I can't remember. I think it was like a biology of the xenomorph kind of thing, or...
Oh no, that was with Alex White and...
Oh, you're...
biology.
Yeah,
That was a
my
great
bad.
episode. I really enjoyed that episode. I think that was probably one of the best ones Pio has done.
I would say my favorite podcast episode we've done this year has been the AVP Extinction discussion with all those guys. That was just so good.
Yeah, that was a great one. Although, to be fair, every single one of our interviews we do is like, yeah, that's one of our favourite.
Yeah.
Because they're all fucking good. Basically. To our own horn. Although I did have one interview that I never released back from my AVP News days.
Really?
Because I was like, this is shit.
Well, you gotta tell me now.
I've probably told you.
Well, you gotta tell everyone.
No, I'll tell you later. It was a written one. It wasn't a voice one. This was in the days when we were all shy.
I will say we did have an interview planned with Fred Decker, the screenwriter of The Predator,
yes.
and then we
We
didn't like it, so we're like, we never reached back out.
Followed it out. Yeah, we never followed up on that one. Okay, Sizzy says, yeah, that was fun. Xenosorin says, what do you think the Prometheus series might have been if they stuck with the engineers and Black Goo and not blending it more with Alien like Covenant did? That's a good question. I've never put any thought into that, I'll be honest.
Ow.
I actually found Prometheus very frustrating. And I liked that Covenant went more in the it's Alien direction with the goo. So I like the idea that it will always create something alien-ish. I like that because in some ways, if they stick with this whole David as the creator angle, the Black Goo gets to take the you know, the Lovecraftian element of it. Soren says, "I want to hear that Brad Decker." We didn't. We didn't do it. We never followed up on him.
We could reach back out. We could be like,
No,
"Hey, remember us?"
I don't want to. I did. One of the writers of Covenant was supposed to join us, and I could never get him back on after he'd agreed to do it, and I was always really disappointed with that one.
Caleb says, I honestly would have preferred Fox let Ridley do what he wanted to do with Prometheus 2 and give us a real lowercase a alien world rather than shoehorn the aliens in like they ended up doing.
But it was going to be this faux Giga environment, I imagine. And like that was one of the disappointing things about Prometheus to me as well. Was it was kind of, but not really. Because they deliberately didn't want to do Giga.
Yeah. I mean, I just go back to when I first got that Alien Anthology Blu-ray set in 2010, and it had the foreword by Ridley Scott, and he talked about finally talked about finally doing his Alien prequel, and I was just so excited, but it was so not what I was hoping for or expecting. And yeah, that's my fanboy expectations, sure, but I mean, come on. As far as a prequel to Alien, nobody would have expected Prometheus, you know. It was very much its own wild thing. Which,
but to be fair, he talked for a long time about it being a guy in a suit.
I thought that wasn't really until the development of Prometheus.
There was a good, like, over 10 years before.
Really? You have to show me that, because I do not remember that.
Caleb says, better faux Giga than no Giga. Yeah, but... I mean, it's a fair point. But Covenant also had some really nice stuff inside, like the Juggernaut. There was a segment of wall that looked like it was straight out of the Alien Hive.
You know, there's one thing I'll give Fireteam Elite credit for, and it did
Landing them.
It brought Prometheus firmly into the Giger.
Yeah, the environmental artists on Fireteam Elite did a fantastic job of blending Prometheus and Alien. It looks great. Slizzy Bubble says, "Go hard or go home." Yeah. When it comes to Giga, yeah. I'm looking forward to the annual.
Yeah, me too. That's another interview I really liked, but that one's not out yet.
No, I was about to do a little bit more work while I was waiting for you, and then you literally popped on Discord the moment it loaded up. Yeah, no, I enjoyed talking to Declan. It was that was a nice chat. And I've really enjoyed Thor. I think it's been really good. And I'm very eager to see how he pulls off this no alien, I mean no POV, no human POV stuff in it.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that one.
I think Xenosaurian says Prometheus was the first Alien on Predator movie they watched in the theatre and they had a blast. It was an awesome experience, made me look forward to a sequel with that cliffhanger. My first one was the first AVP.
Well, we got a brawl here.
In the theatres.
Really? That was the first one you saw in theaters?
Yeah.
For me, it was Alien the Director's Cut.
Yeah, well, you are a little older than me. I wasn't old enough at the time.
I think I had to go... When did that come out? Was that Halloween? I think
Yes,
it was. I think I had just barely turned 17. But it might have been before my birthday, so maybe that's why my dad went with me.
Well, it was a 15 over here, and I was only 14 at the time.
No, we're not that far apart in age. How old are you?
33.
Are you really? We are 2 years apart. Oh man, my
I
bad.
told you. You were always a little bit older than me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm 37 in a few weeks. Or no, I'm 36 in a few weeks. Okay. Phew.
Oh yeah, so I'm 34 in a few weeks as well. Yeah, we're both got the same birthday month. As
Yeah,
well.
we're both Libras.
Actually, I'm on the border.
Oh, that's
I
right.
can be
You're
a Scorpio
Libra
or
Scorpio.
Libra.
You can be a Scorpio at times.
Oh, so Adam is very much an astrologist. We're learning. Sarah says we're both babies. Yeah, that's one of the things I've found about being in a fandom, shall we say. You know, people like SM always made me feel like a child. Even as I got significantly older. But then when we see the even younger fans come along, it's like, oh god. It's a reminder that I've just shaved a load of grey out of my beard this morning.
It's funny because I remember talking to Brian Thomas Schmidt, and he was surprised when I told him we were in our like mid-30s. He was like, "Oh, I thought you guys were like 40s. You're way young." I was like, "Doesn't feel like it, man. I miss my 20s." But
Yeah.
thank you? Question mark.
Sarah says Kit Young being cast in the Alien TV show has cheered me up enormously. Kit Young is the one who's been cast as Prodigy.
Yes, the
Boy Cavalier.
The boy. His name is Boy because he's a boy genius.
Oh no, he's not. No.
Oh no. That's no. Who's the Prodigy?
I'm having a look now.
Oh, I think it is Boy, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Kit Young is playing Tootles, another one of the Lost Boys. Where is he? Where's the guy playing?
I think it is Boy Cavalier. I think he's the CEO of Prodigy.
No, I'm missing a news post here.
Boy Prodigy bad guy character. Watch, this thing comes out and it's great and it's like super deep and we were all just making fun of Noah Hawley and we're like, we're sorry. You knew what you were doing all along.
Well, I keep telling you, don't I, that a lot of it's going to land on the cast for this. Based on what we know. Right, I'm trying to find now because I feel like I've miscategorized one of our news posts with the cast. Who is playing? Oh, Samuel Blenkin is playing Boy Cavalier, and Alex Lothar is playing CJ, the main.
Yeah, formerly Hermit.
Formerly Hermit, yeah. And I know Alex Lothar from a very weird British show. What was it called? The End of the Fucking World, I think it was. And I watched like season 1 of that and did not get into it. He's also in Andor as well. And Samuel Blenkin, I've not seen in anything. He has a very unique appearance. I'm curious to see how what that's like. Donnie Darko says, I remember when this game came out, I was disappointed because 2001 was superior in every single way. Oh, we were talking about that as we started, really, weren't we? The reception. It's a very different game, and I don't think I don't think AVP 2 is necessarily superior. But
I'd say
game. It's a very different game.
I mean, they both have their strengths, but at the end of the day, AVP 2 was more special to both of us, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree there. I just think it's unfair. I think the reception was unfair in some ways. I do say.
Well, I think it's looked back on more fondly now, from what I've seen. This game gets more praise now. Yeah, at the time. Oh.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
Oh, thank you.
Xenosaurian says, I pre-ordered the new RPG module, Building Better Worlds. Do you think there'll be any more, or might this be the last one? And Caleb says they are supposedly working on more. An Android sourcebook was mentioned as a possibility. I still need to pre-order Building Better Worlds. I haven't got around to pre-ordering.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I tell you what I'm looking forward to, though, when we start doing our live stream sessions.
What?
The RPG.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do need to get back into that. I think they are working on more. I think the next one is like...
It's the Colony one. It's Building Better Worlds.
Oh, okay. So that's already been announced then. Or we just know that.
No, it's already been announced. It's up for pre-orders. We're just waiting for...
Oh, okay.
I need to pre-order mine.
Yeah, me too. But yeah.
Sarah says, watched Samuel Blanken in Dracula BBC TV show from a few years ago. He's really good. Oh, good. I'm glad. It looks like he could be a creepy a villain. I still think the name Boy Cavalier is stupid, though.
Why does the Predator have fish earrings? I don't get that.
Caleb says, yeah, I still need to pre-order it too. I hope they just do more cinematic scenarios.
Got kind of
for the
stun locked
RPG.
there.
Because I think that's one of the strengths of the game is the cinematic nature of its RPGing. I think we're going to be doing some of the ones from the Titan books to warm us back into it, Adam.
Yeah, that would be cool. Though those don't really hold your hand as much as the big cinematic books, right?
And no, they'll only be like an hour or two sessions, I think. So it'd be a good one to ease us back into the streams as well.
Sissy Bubble says, Predators like fish? I thought they liked beef. LOL. That would
As
be
a taste for me.
Predator 2 reference. Very nice.
Caleb says I need to keep poking Chevy to get on that Colonial Marines campaign eventually. Yeah, well, we'll get to that, I think, on the streams. The intent is to start doing them on Sunday nights.
The Predator on Predator trophy kills are cool. It's interesting how they did those, even though I would say most people played the team modes.
Yeah, well, I think the mixed species team deathmatch was always kind of funny. Oh wow!
Was that you?
No, somebody just knocked me about them.
Come on. Where are you at?
Oh, ow. Oh, that was it. Could be Angel's a very good alien player.
Yeah, I think they're my persecutor. Oh man, just missed him.
Just as it says, man, the trophy kills in this game are so brutal and cool. Yeah, I always really love them. Didn't he nearly get banned in Germany because of them?
Australia. Because Australia was very behind in their video games ratings at the time. They just didn't have an M rating, and they wouldn't really allow a lot of M games. Or, I guess, PEGI 18 for you.
They just tend to follow the sort of ages that our films do. Caitlin says, yeah, the trophy kills were one of my favourite things about the game. Caitlin says, M for marsupial. Come on with the regional stereotypes, Caitlin.
Oh man, I'm done for.
remember when we were really good at these games?
Yeah, we were quite practiced on this game. Back when we had less responsibilities.
Yeah, we were talking about it before we started playing.
Maybe I'm due for another nightmare playthrough of this game, though.
Oh, I've only ever done that once.
Urgh. Almost had you there.
Oh, I got him. I got him for you.
Thank you. Oh, he was your persecutor, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always a fun map.
Yeah, that was a great one. I wish... Like, I love the dynamic nature of the map, and I wish a lot more games would have dynamic maps like that. It's one of the reasons I really, really took to Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, was the dynamic nature of everything.
Still collating. 43 kills. Whoo! You were on it on that one.
I think... Is it Mike? Is that still collating's real name? I can't remember. I think they still play a lot. Sarah says, just dropped my 75% finished Indiana Jones Lego build on the floor as distracted by a trophy kill. Oh, man. I hope that didn't explode too much. Oh, I want to play bloody Marine.
I want to play Alien. Oh.
Wedge says, good games. Yes, Wedge is in here, wasn't he? So
Aaron, try and change to Marine. Will it not let you?
I can't
Oh,
change
it's
anything.
auto-balanced, huh?
Xenosaurian says, wish they would release DLCs for the Feral Predator and upgrade Predator for Hunting Grounds. Man, Ilphonic are done with that game. It makes me a sad panda, but...
Because it was fun. Like,
But yeah, the gameplay loop was...
we played the hell out of that game. Yeah, the base gameplay loop was solid. And it's a shame they didn't do more. Like, we were all hoping... I know they had that gauntlet mode that was data mined, so, like I've been playing a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre these days with Mr. Calum in chat here. And it's just so cool how you can play as 3 of the killers. And if you could play as, like, a predator hunting trio together in, like, Hunting Grounds, that would be awesome.
My game's just crashed. I'll rejoin.
Hunter, welcome to the stream. Well, you know what? I'm going to quit and try and rejoin as an alien, because
my slot's freed up.
I did this cover image with an alien, so if I don't play as an alien, it won't really be appropriate.
Hunter says, long time, I haven't seen you guys on here. Always a pleasure to find AVP Galaxy.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
We haven't done a stream with this one for a little while, have we?
Warrior Ridged. That's appropriate for me.
Of course. Oh, Sarah says it's a mess. Gonna have to start again. Never mind. Oh, Sarah. That sucks. Xenosaurian says a hunting trio sounds awesome. He says, once again, Predator, wouldn't it be nice Hunting Grounds? It's a shame is my motto when it comes to that game.
Tis a shame.
Caleb says, they'll release a city map one day, you'll see. Yeah, well, they told us fairly early on, didn't they, that was not happening.
Maybe in the sequel. That was another thing that game had difficulty with, is it was right on the console transition from PS4 to PS5. So if they did a fully next-gen Hunting Ground sequel, I would be all for it.
At this point, I still just want my my RPG-ish kind of thing. Casper says, did you guys get the new NECA Prey Feral Predator? No, it won't be over on my side of the pond for another 4 months.
Yeah, I need to see if I can find it in my local record shop. They sometimes have the NECA stuff.
Mikey ended up getting it, didn't he?
Yeah, so our longtime collaborator, Mike's Monsters, did a video on his YouTube channel, which is a review of the Prey figure. So it's really good. So if anyone has not seen it yet, I definitely recommend it.
Oh, we've got one of these jumpy caster predators.
I remember them.
Caleb says it'll be a while though now that Ilphonic are helping out with Killer Clowns next. Are they just raking up the 80s IPs?
I guess so.
Hunter says we totally need... Oh, Hunter's on here. Hunter's on the game. We totally need a new AVP game. Yep, you'll not find any argument from us on that one. You know what game I really want to see him expand on though?
What?
The Blackout template.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was always one for Five Nights at Freddy's, so I was never against that concept. But, I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's has done bigger games like Security Breach, and I know they did a VR game as well. So if you, like you said, expanded the Blackout template with that kind of inspiration, I think it could be really cool.
There was so much more they could do with it, like luring the aliens into like airlocks or depressurizing sections of the, you know, the map and all stuff like that. There was a lot to it. Hunter says it's been 13 years, sadly. Well, to be fair, we did have Evolution.
Does that count? That counts. You can't buy it anymore, though, unfortunately.
To be fair, we've done well with mobile games. The few we've had have actually been good.
That's true. And the best one ever, though, Alien Isolation.
Yes, on iOS.
That's ridiculous, man. Like, you still need to try that on your phone. I think it works on your phone now. I think they added support for it.
A bit old now. But the thing is, it's best phone I've ever had. I must have had it 6 or 7 years by now, and it's still going good. All my HTCs died after like a year and a half. But this Samsung.
Well, get yourself a new phone then.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's great. I don't need to. What's Hunter saying here? Hunter says it would be interesting if they're going to include like planetary travels with Predator, where you get to meet new, finally find out new lore, Easter eggs, and so on.
Yeah, that's what we've wanted for a while.
That's what I'm always talking about. Yeah, when I'm talking about like an open world or an open galaxy Predator game, that's my dream Predator game.
We saw a prototype of that with that fan game from Scythe Raced or Blood Ghost. It goes by those two. And
he's working on a remake of AVP.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Ouch. But yeah, that Predator game was cool. Where you just... The ship was your hub and you would go to different worlds on hunts and stuff. Like, that would be... Yeah. If there was going to be another single-player Predator game, that's what I'd want to see.
Yeah, for sure. Completely agree. And Kaylin says, yeah, I'm visiting Earth in different time periods and different locations. Yeah, that'd be awesome as well. Have it span, like...
Yeah, like if there's 3 chapters, one is like in the past, one's in the present, and one's in the future. And in each one, you get to go to different worlds, including Earth. Is that what you were thinking, or did you have another idea?
No, I agree with you. Hunter says, I'd love to see Hicks as an android or something. I mean, I don't mind doing some character modeling or some 3D modeling. But I assume you mean Hicks. I tend to want to avoid legacy characters coming back. Personally speaking. And Zorin says, I wish there was an Isolation sequel so bad. Oh, yeah, you're not alone there, buddy. But that's another one of the ones where it feels like they should do the template and expand on the template.
Well, did you see that Creative Assembly has layoffs and they canceled that Hyenas game that just never got traction?
Was that their MMO? Was that their not Borderlands?
It was like their first person like hero shooter thing they were doing, if that's what you can call it.
What's the one I'm thinking of? That
What?
What's one of the free to play FPS hero shooter things?
Overwatch?
No.
I guess that's not free to play, is it?
What's the other one? Is it an EA title? Oh, this is gonna piss me off now. Is it an EA one? Is it a Ubisoft one? Ubisoft does Anthem, don't they? But that's not free to play.
Anthem? Anthem's kind of dead. That was EA.
Oh, that was EA. Apex Legends, that's it, Caleb,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah. But that's like a battle royale. That's different. This was more like an arena hero shooter thing. Heist hero shooter. I guess like Payday meets Overwatch. Is that what they were going for? Maybe. But it just never gained traction. They had very little engagement on it, and almost every post they did was like, Isolation sequel.
I hope that doesn't put me in a bad mood, though, because with it being the anniversary next year,
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to speak to a few of those guys. Although the writers already agreed to join us.
Oh, good.
We've got Joe joined us as well as Paul.
Hello. Always love me some AFKs.
Xenosaurian says, I always did wonder why they included the wolf predator in the story missions. Was it supposed to be a different one? Yeah, it wasn't wolf. It was just...
Somebody found Wolf's mask after the
yeah.
explosion.
Or, you know, it's the same model that Wolf brought.
That's true.
You know, where it was on discount at Predator Best Buy. And somebody mentioned, is it Rocksteady who do GTA?
No, that's Rockstar. Rocksteady do the
okay.
Batman games.
But aren't they supposed to be pretty good? Third person.
Yeah, they're making a Suicide Squad game now that looks pretty bad, and it's been delayed because of how bad it looks. And I get the feeling Warner Brothers is kind of forcing them to do this one. So.
Says, because here is the thing also, as for AVP games, I totally feel and understand the competitive natures who want to play for wins like esport matches. I assume you're talking about the Froggy Predator players. I mean, I don't think there's inherently anything wrong with being competitive. With being competitive players. I think it's about the game being able to do it without it being cheesy.
That's true, but once you have TTV next to your username and you're like in Call of Duty sliding all over the place and you have your sensitivity on 11 and you're just doing all sorts of crazy shit, then I have to be like, you know how you're coming across right now? You know?
I don't understand the reference, I'll be honest.
Caleb knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I never did get into Call of Duty. I was always a Battlefield boy.
But I know there's a Halo esports event coming to Salt Lake City, actually. I was thinking about going, because I've never actually been to a live esports event.
Okay.
I hear Halo Infinite's doing better these days. I know Microsoft hardly seems to acknowledge it, but...
I really, really enjoyed Infinite in terms of the single player. Like, I really enjoyed it. But I haven't really been into Halo multiplayer since 3. I'll be honest. I couldn't get into 4. I really did not like 5. And I don't know. Anything with I think it was because it had the season pass for Infinite. I was like, you know what, no. I'm reading the new book at the minute, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, the new Alien one?
No, the new Halo one.
Oh. Well, did you finish the new Alien one? What was
Bishop now.
No, not
I
that
haven't.
one. The
Enemy of my
third.
enemy.
Yes, Enemy of My Enemy.
Yes, I did finish that. I finished that ages ago.
You said it was all right.
It was okay.
Not as bad as Colony War.
It wasn't as bad as Colony War, but it wasn't a good book either. It was just okay.
Better than Vasquez.
No, Vasquez was only okay anyway. In my humble opinion. Bishop is available in the UK, and I was going to buy it earlier, but then I was like, some people on the board have already got their hands on it, and it's not being
Not been praised too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
They only had the 2 Alien books this year, right? The Enemy of My Enemy and Bishop, as far as
I
Titan
think
goes.
it reminded me was last year,
Oh, really?
or was it February this year? Xenosaurin says Blackout made me so angry. What? Loved Blackout.
The frustrating thing about Blackout was how hard it was to hear which vent the alien was coming from, and managing to turn the screen in the right position in time. Yeah,
It was a
in its
challenging
later
game.
levels, it got a little tricky, especially just because you didn't have cameras everywhere, and you had to kind of like, on some level, you had to guess where the alien was until it showed up, and then you had to tell the people to hide, and sometimes they didn't quick enough, and it was tricky.
It played a lot better on a PC, I'll tell you that. But I friggin' loved Blackout.
They need to just
Absolutely
release it
loved
on
it.
Steam. You know, they've done that with mobile games before.
Hold on, I need to tab out to scroll up the chat. Caleb says we shake our head at the sweat lord. Hunter says we have a variety of players. Then we get the lore and chilled type of players, which Hunter says they're a bit of both of. The thing with old games, I tend to find that is games like this, games like Classic, games like ABP2, people that you see on there all the time are the ones that have been playing it all these years, and they are fucking good at the game. Like, they're amazing at the game. Which makes it a little bit hard for when you're trying to dip in and out of games over the last 20 years. But I get it. Zorin says the frustrating thing about Blackout was how hard it was to hear which vent the alien was coming out of, and also managing to turn the screen. Okay. What you just said, went it, Adam?
Sorry, what was that?
No, read out Xenosaurin's comment about the difficult thing about hearing what vent the alien was coming out of.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the fun, though. Like, you hear it coming, and then you have to, like, oh shit, which vent is it? Which vent is it? So, that was not what I found the most challenging about that game, but, I mean, it was tricky.
Well, Sarah disagrees with me. Enemy of Nine is not better than Vasquez. I put them on the same peg, to be fair. Casper says, did you order the Where's Waldo Alien Edition book? I hope I've pre-ordered it, because I really want it. It looks... The artwork looks...
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I saw some of the preview pages of that, and I was surprised at how good it looked. So I'll definitely be picking that one up.
Sarah says, where is the Bishop available? WH Smith has it in stock. You can order it online, mate.
Why don't you try W.H. Smith?
I don't understand that reference.
That's a Monty Python reference. You should get that one.
I haven't seen every Monty Python skit, mate. And I actually don't find the British funny. I don't think we're fun people.
Oh, hello.
Said, I believe if ABP Galaxy would invest in... Oh, we are in no position to deliver stuff like that. In terms of different types of players on the...
But we might be. Check out our Patreon. Hunter asks, "Are you guys excited for Prey 2?" Yeah, there's been some rumor going around about that. There was a production. Oh, Aaron loves it. There was a production weekly listing, and some sites have reported on it as it's in development. Which, I mean, it very well could be, but that's not quite concrete.
You know? Yeah, I fully expect it to be, but people are run with this production weekly thing far too eagerly, because ultimately Production Weekly is a little bit of a gossip rag that's just has rumours of what people in the industry are talking about. I mean, it's a bit more trustable when it comes to things like shooting dates and schedules and stuff like that, because they'll have got it from people. You know, they'll have got it from production schedules and stuff like that. Hunter says, as Americans, we find the British accent classy for some reason.
It's true. You're all very intelligent and sophisticated over there.
I'm sure my farmer accent does not sound very... Oh, God. When I was in secondary school, so I'd have been 15, 16, I forget when it was. Me and a buddy went on like this weekend university day trip thing. And I will never forget being told that we sound like we have the accent of farmers.
Man, at least it's not as bad as our farmer accents over here in the States. We invented farmer accents.
The thing is, our farmers are tend to be lower south.
Yeah, ours do too.
I think only the Londoners sound posh to you guys, surely.
I mean,
to be fair, I also could not tell the difference between you and Mikey for a long time.
I mean, neither one of us have like a distinct American accent, I would say.
You just, for ages, you just sounded very similar to me.
We just both sound standard American, I guess.
Yeah. At least back then you did. Because remember, you know, we'd gone from talking text.
Yeah. It was the same with you, I think. Like, when we first started on comms more, I would have to be like, Aaron, what did you say? A lot. Which now, like, I'm very used to your accent. I don't think that's happened in a long time.
Yeah. But then it's funny because, like, I'd struggle to imagine anybody getting me and Eric mixed up. But I know there probably are people out there.
Yeah. No, like, I can tell apart, you know, British accents pretty distinctively now, I guess. Like, I remember when I was there, I found it interesting because I went across the country and I would notice, like, the different accents. And it's kind of the same here in the States, too. Like, different states, you'll hear different accents. And my mom's side is from the South. So even though I would hate to refer to myself as Southern, sometimes I do sneak some Southern words in there, like y'all and stuff. And I mean, whatever. Like, I enjoy going to Georgia. Georgia's fun. Florida's fun. Even though there's some strange ones down there, there's still fun places to visit.
Justilla says, "'Tis only a flesh wound is what I imagine the predators use as a creed, since they get maimed on a daily." I understand that reference. I have seen the Holy Grail. Just kind of make you wonder how many predators do succeed, how many come back.
Yeah.
Especially after I'm rereading Eyes of the Demon at the minute, and I'm just like, so many dead predators.
I would hope it's like, you know, the early Dark Horse comic where, yeah, you'd get some die here and there, but the Predator elites and elders are not going to, you know, put their young bloods in situations that'll immediately kill them right off the bat. One would hope. One would hope the predators are responsible.
There was, you know what? I really liked this. There's Peter Briggs' story where they're basically talking about how the predators had reached a technologically advanced point where they didn't have to worry about all the mundane bullshit and could just pursue what they wanted to. And as a culture, that was just, murdering the shit out of everybody. And it's funny because that's like such an anti-reverse Star Trek Federation utopia kind of thing. And I thought it was a really interesting point of view.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know you've never liked it when and neither have I, honestly, more so as time has gone on, where the predators are, like, overly honor-bound. It's kind of more fun when it's just, these are guys on safari that just like to fuck shit up, like they...
Just an office manager from somewhere.
It's like the jungle hunter was not really expecting, even to get hit, even to have to use his med kit, probably.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily like the idea of them being, like I said, an office manager who's going away for a little break. But I don't. It's just I don't like them being space hammer. That's the thing. I don't like.
Yeah, there's a balance to be had there. I mean, Predator 2 kind of established that. Yeah, they do have some sort of honor code, but
well, no, just because they have rules does not mean they have an honor code or a sense of honor. There's difference between rules and honor. Rules and being a space samurai.
It's one of the things I didn't like about the recent... It was the only complaint I had about the recent Predator arc, and that was this Predator got in a situation where he was injured and another Predator rescued him, and then he just, like, Harry carried himself. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like...
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Because it does make them too, as you say, space samurai.
Mm-hmm. Although the Preserve was a good arc. I really enjoyed it.
It was, but I was just like, where are the super predators?
No.
They should have been incorporated.
No.
I'm sorry, the Berserker Predators. You like them as a concept, at least.
I like... Well, depends what you mean as a concept.
Just how they were depicted in Predators, I guess.
I don't like the idea of them being the genetically engineered...
Well, yeah, they're even in Predators, they're not really depicted as that in the original script. They're just like...
Yeah, but the Super Predators was a holdover from that, and it was always used in a very derogatory fashion for the Berserkers, and that's what I hated about them being called Super Predators. Because they weren't Super Predators as was in that script.
I just took it as like a subspecies, and I think Prey has even further kind of expanded on that idea, because the concept designer for Feral Predator was like, oh, this is his subspecies, that's why he looks a little different. So it's interesting to think, like, in our early days of human evolution, we had like Homo sapiens and we had like Neanderthals. So like, what if the predators, like, they continued that evolutionary path where you have multiple predator subspecies? So I always just took it as like, oh, they're Neanderthal predators. They're mostly the same, they're just a little bigger, and they have some biologically distinct factors. Like their feet are different, if you look at them. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the way that makes a bit more sense at the minute. I always originally preferred them as just being different ethnicities. That was the way I used to like to look at it, but now they're so different that...
Yeah. I mean, their skull shapes are like oh my god. Ethnicities have the same skull shape, They're the same species.
That's why it doesn't work anymore. But I'm talking like the AVP days, 2004. But then when you really got
tongue-tied
over that one there.
Yeah.
I'm the one who normally can't talk. But I suppose the idea of them being different subspecies of predator is interesting if they explore that in terms of having multiples on, on the same story. Could be interesting, especially since we wiped out our was it the who were the other ones?
There's Homo erectus, right?
Well, whichever. We wiped out our competing evolutions, didn't we? There's some interesting to be had there if they explore it. Son of a bitch. I've started to get a bit better.
Gotcha. Gotcha, Gritty. I do like that alien on alien trophy kill too, where he slices the front of his face off with the tail.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the first AVP movie where Scar does that. See, at least give me a 4K release for AVP and AVPR next year.
You're not gonna get one.
I mean, it's rumored they're gonna do all the Alien ones, because we know Aliens is coming, because I think Cameron did that with The Abyss.
Yes.
And with the release of a new Alien movie, hopefully they would capitalize on that and do a 4K for the ones that haven't gotten it yet. So that would be 3 in Resurrection. And
remember, you overestimate the effectiveness of corporations.
I mean, they released Prey, didn't they?
I just think don't get your hopes up, mate.
Yeah, I know. I'm not expecting it. I'm just hoping for it.
I'm very much a manage your expectations and your hopes kind of bloke.
Yeah. You have always been a glass half empty one.
Yes, I don't believe in positivity. Unless it's really awesome, in which case, I'll wax lyrical about Blackout and Isolation and Prey. And Cold Forge and Into Charybdis and Phalanx.
Yeah, hopefully Titan has a bit more full of a year next year.
Well, there's nothing announced outside of Bishop yet. Sarah says W.H. Smith said publication is 12th of December, so that's... When I checked this morning, because I was going to buy it, it said it was in stock and ready to go.
I did a little better on that one, 33 kills. You got 41.
41, yeah.
Nice. Alright, I got one more in me, do you?
Yeah, I've got one more. Hunter says, good game, guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I can finally play Marine.
I will switch as well to Marine.
Playing Van Zant.
Oh yes, Wedge is in here as well still.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need to do another
game night. I was thinking that this morning actually.
Another Colonial Marines one. That was a lot of fun. More fun than it had any right to be.
Well, didn't we intend to do those like every month?
Yeah.
And then...
we always intend to do it and then we just get busy and stuff. But yeah, no, we need to do another one.
But we were going to do them on Saturdays, weren't we?
Yeah. I mean, not every week. Just
no, like once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
Well, you know why that we stopped doing that, don't you, though?
Why?
It was your responsibility to show.
Was it? Is that why? Well, I guess I guess I can get those reins again and schedule one.
Yeah, so that'll happen for about 2 months.
Well, eventually it'll happen and it'll be a lot of fun, just like last time.
Do you know what I played yesterday?
What? Dead Space?
No. That was Friday. Was the last I played that, I think. Although I am on I'm just about to finish chapter 7.
Ooh, how you liking it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm actually quite looking forward to recording our episode on that.
Yeah, I retweeted Dead Space this morning. I was wondering if you'd get mad at me, but...
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
What, from our account?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know it.
Well, I just said, this is what we're going to be talking about for the next one.
Okay. Joe says the community plays with one. But yeah, no, I am very much looking forward to doing some more of these genetic memory episodes. I think I want to do Underwater after we do Dead Space.
Yeah, Underwater. I love that movie. Sizzy also had a recommendation of this Bigfoot film called Primal Rage, I think, and it's apparently very heavily Predator inspired.
Let's watch it and find out.
Gotcha.
Oh, you got me. You got me. Wedge says, finally managed to buy
who's
the
on my team?
Aliens the Original Years Omnibus Volume 2. For some reason, unlike the other volumes, it's extremely rare. I didn't realise the Marvel volumes had already hit any scarcity.
Isn't the next one coming out soon?
No, they're all out for Alien. But they were doing the cheaper ones, weren't they, now?
No, I thought there was one more omnibus for Alien scheduled.
No, there's one more. There's one more for Predator.
Oh, well, when's that one coming?
They haven't, and oh no, they have announced it. I think it's March next year.
That's too long.
I only got the first 3 of the Aliens. I didn't bother buying number 4 because it was all the modern Dark Horse stuff that I'd already got the originals of.
Oh shit.
What have I found? Oh, what have I found is me. Now that is a marine. Did you ever pick up the Marvel original years?
No, I already had the omnibus ones, so I wasn't gonna go that crazy, you know.
What, the small Dark Horse ones?
Which ones?
The smaller Dark Horse ones.
I'm not sure which ones you mean.
Well, what omnibus do you have? Is what I'm asking.
I have the original Dark. Yeah, I have the. Sorry, so that's what you were referring to. I have all of the Dark Horse smaller omnibus ones, and then I have Marvel Aliens omnibus 1 through 4 and Predator 1. So all the ones that are out. I thought you were talking about the Essentials Marvel one.
Okay, yeah, no. So they're the softbacks they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I meant the hardbacks. Although I still hate hardbacks. But yeah, no, that's cool. I do like that they did all those in a larger format, because as much as I really liked the Dark Horse Omnibus, you know, they were only like what, A5 in size.
Yeah. Well, that's why I lamented like Dark Horse not getting to do more of the Essential comics that they were releasing, because they had more planned.
I still have I think the first one of each. Yeah, because that's all they printed into.
Yeah.
Alien and Predator and then AVP. They were cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is there a Predator on my tail?
Tyler says
you got it.
No, go ahead.
Tyler asks, have you all checked out the new Predator versus Wolverine series? Been meaning to pick up the first issue. I have also been meaning to stop at my comic shop and pick up the first issue. I have it digitally. I was just going to get a physical copy. I looked at it a bit. I know it's mostly Greg Land's art, but...
It is a surprisingly good comic. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah?
I think there were only a few moments where I was like, ugh, Greg Land's artwork. The guy doing the present day, I forget the artist's name, but he's far better. But in general, Land's artwork hasn't been bad.
Well, that's good.
I'm doing shit on this one. But yeah, it was really good. I thought it was very well balanced.
I will say, I mean, they're both bad, but from what I've seen, LaRocca is worse than Land.
I think a lot of why LaRocca's looked bad on the two runs he did as well as being shit fucking praised artwork was the color. I don't think the color complements it at all.
Really, I was thinking
colour-
that he was lucky he had the colors he had. I didn't think the
Oh, no,
colors were too bad.
I really don't think it suited it.
Did it have a different colorist for the second one, the Spinner Colony one? Because that one maybe it was a bit better.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, I just took down another Hicks. Sorry, my space brother.
And I'm not doing so good on this one. I'm looking at the chat
No,
too much.
I'm not doing. Yeah, same. EM Drone says, "Are there still Marvel, Alien, and Predator comics?" And wow, I haven't played this game since 2010. Yes, so they are still doing Alien and Predator runs at Marvel at the minute. Although we don't actually know about any new Predator ones. They've announced a 5th Alien series, which is also going to be done by Declan Shelvey, who just did the 4th, which was very good. The first 3 weren't great. The Predator runs have been good. There's been a few issues with them, which I think were ironed out for the second run, which I think is just how unearned the main character is in the first run. But she didn't feel unearned in the second one at all, did she? Because we'd already been through that first one with her. And they haven't announced any new Predator series but they've got a Predator versus Wolverine going off at the minute. Xenosaurian says, "What did you think of the AVP Ultimate Prey anthology novel?"
We have many thoughts on that one, don't we, Aaron?
Yes, we worked on that book. In general, I really enjoyed it. I think there was only 2 that I think were bad, like just bad. Well, no, there was one that was bad, and then there was one that was just bad.
Yeah.
Which was I can't even remember the name of it.
Better Luck to Borrow.
With the alien rats.
No, Happy Bars.
Oh, sorry, they were rats. They were happy bar aliens. And then the other one was what's it called? What was the other one? The one about the Blood Witch Sisters thing.
Blood and Honor or something? Was that
yes,
it?
that was it. Blood and Honor. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed that. The shorts in there. I was surprised you didn't like the AVP R inspired one more than you did.
That was like my favorite one, the Western one.
But you didn't bring that one up for the podcast, did you?
I thought I did, or maybe somebody else picked it, and I wasn't gonna pick the same one. Or
I don't think it was in the podcast.
huh?
But I was surprised how much I enjoyed that one as well. But I think a lot of it was just because Delilah was a fantastic writer.
Mm-hmm. It's a really darker, like horror feeling one.
Yeah, very good tone. I'd love to see her back for some more. Really liked Hotel Mariposa as well.
That was a cool one. Yeah.
Although he let us down with Enemy of My Enemy. Easily Colony War is easily the worst alien novel in existence.
You just hated that one.
I fucking hate that book with a
Insulted
passion.
your British sensibilities. Didn't it get like some decent reviews? And you were like,
yeah,
no.
On Amazon, it's like a 4 out of 10 or something. But then again, a lot of the bad books on Amazon have got pretty reasonable ratings. It's one of those few times where I do believe in things like paid for reviews. Oh, that's funny.
Ow. Cappy Balians.
But yeah, no, in general, I really enjoyed that one. I don't think it's as good as if it bleeds, though. Same as I don't think Eyes is as good as If It Bleeds. Although I'd really like to go revisit that one. And really should make the time to read that book.
Well, we're doing a podcast with the editor we worked with, Brian Thomas Schmidt, coming up here in the next bit. Sorry, you cut out there. What was that, Aaron?
Saying, yeah, that's going to be about Ultimate Main Eyes of the Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy to think that we have, we've worked on these things now.
Yeah, no, that was a very cool and kind of surreal experience, you know.
Especially how intense Ultimate Prey ended up being for us.
Yeah, I would say the Predator anthology was easier to work on.
So there we go. Caleb says if we end up doing the Alien RPGs on the scenario Colony War, then we're going to have to punch like a bunch of 19
Yes, let's do it.
Well, I mean, it can't be any more offensive than the book is.
Best
Sure,
of British, do ya?
We can be some racist stereotypes of British people if you want.
Hey, British aren't a race. You're...
It's still racist.
I mean, we're both Caucasian.
Culturalist?
It's a nationality, or...
Fuck that book so much. It makes me genuinely angry. Nothing else in the Alien universe has done this to me.
You did a written review for that too, didn't you?
That was the last written review I've done.
See, you need to do another one where you're happy about something. You need to write one for Dark Descent already.
Yeah, well,
because you know how to write, dude, and your written reviews are always good.
I did love Dark.
The British race.
Well, I don't fucking know what word to use, did I?
Oh, that's just what Sizzy was saying.
I know, I can read. I just can't speak the language. Caleb, you're making me not want to do it.
Cause blimey, governor, is one of them aliens? What's it?
It doesn't need cosplay. It doesn't mean cosplay me. It means core blind me.
Oh, I see. See, you'd be perfect for it.
a bit of Cockney.
Oh, okay. I almost fell to my death there. I was saved by the stairs.
Sarah says it can get in the bin. Colony War can. I don't know. I'm really disappointed in Titan lately, and I'm very disappointed that it sounds like Bishop was as bad as I expected it was going to be.
Yeah, they were on a roll for a bit there. What was weird is Alien Echo was published by another publisher, so
Milliam.
I'm kind of like can we give them another Alien book to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know why it's suddenly got shit at Titan. I know the editor on the Alien stuff left, but I don't think he left until recently.
Steve, right?
Yeah. So I think these shit ones must have been under him as well.
Steve Saffel. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, they've been the longest publisher ever now. You know, longer than Bantam, longer than DH Books. So
Yeah, DH Books barely did it. It was like 2 or 3 years. Though to be fair, DH Books did do 2 of the best Predator novels.
yeah,
Even if their Alien novels were blurred.
those need to get re-released already. But yeah, I mean, Titan's done a lot more than just the novels too. Like they've done a lot of the art books, and they do even like the cookbook and stuff like the Where's Waldo. So they publish the bigger informational books too, like David's drawings and all that. So
that was one I kind of had a little hand in getting made. I'm very proud of that.
oh, was your name in that one too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was the one that hooked Matt and Dane up with Titan.
Calum says from Titan to Shittian. Shittian. Kalen invented a new word. He's gotta tell us how to pronounce it.
With a Cockney accent.
Shittin.
Ugh.
Shiten. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not British, everybody.
I forget we also say things like that. It's shite. It's shite, Gov. It says I love the ZX76 shotgun. It's so mean. Yeah,
It is.
Shotty in this is.
It is the meanest shotty in any Alien or Predator game when you hit it with both barrels.
Yeah.
I will say I loved the design of the shotgun in Isolation. It just, you didn't really use it much. Except against the androids. You could take them out with a good headshot with that.
I always liked the revolver. Just a very sleek, simple, futuristic take on a revolver.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm glad they brought that back for Fireteam Elite. They called it the Frontier Revolver.
God, I'm absolutely fucking terrible as a Marine at a minute.
Oh, and it's in Dark Descent as well. That one, it's the exact same as the Isolation one.
It's in the RPG as well. Mitch is an absolute beast for remembering the names of all the, full-on technical names of the weapons in the games. And they expanded a little.
Some people just got minds like that. I know mine doesn't work that way. I wish it did. Oof. Oh!
Do you want to tell everybody what we'll be finishing off soon as well? On the channel?
Finishing off? Or do you mean getting back into?
Well, finishing off one campaign off.
Okay, yes. I am finally recording the end of AVP Extinction. We've been a bit behind on that. My move kind of threw off our groove on that one, or my groove anyway. So I have been playing that again finally, and the last levels of the campaigns in that game are hard. So it's been a struggle to record a run I've been happy with, but it will be done soon. We still have that banner, so we gotta still celebrate that game.
We should at least finish one campaign off for sure.
Maybe that's what I'll have Azelgarts do. It's like a Halloween thing for us. That'd be fun. Halloween banner.
Okay. Or do you not want to save it for a Christmas one this year? Yeah.
We did a Christmas one last year. We can reuse that one. It's still good.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that was a good piece.
I gotta get the mean shoddy. Where's the shoddy? It disappeared on me.
throwing a disc at me.
It's funny how the statue on the rock wall here is a giant fountain. It's just coming out of a predator mouth.
I
He's
was
like,
never fond of this.
he's a drooly one. He's had a bit too much to drink, this predator.
If we go by the Oucher, they're basically Klingons, so it's probably had too much blood wine. The models in this game were good. Oh, Hunter, I was admiring dead bodies. That's so not fair. I used to really enjoy the skirmish mode in this. We used to put a lot of nights into that. Yes, I got you. Finally got a kill on another Marine. I actually find it super weird not looking down the sights.
Oh yeah, because we're so used to it now.
Yeah. At the time, it never bothered me. It was only really just becoming a thing at the time, weren't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Call of Duty in 2007 kind of made it more of a thing, but yeah, it's definitely become more standard now. I mean, I don't mind it. I think some games work better this way. Like I still play Quake Champions, and that's very much the old school arena shooter where, I mean, some weapons have scopes, but you're really not aiming down your sights most of the time.
Is that ID as well?
I don't think id Software did that one, but it's great. Like if it goes on sale, you should get it. Quake Champions, not enough people play that game, and it's awesome. But it still has an active player base, and I know id and Bethesda, and I guess their parent company now, Microsoft, they still do QuakeCon, and there's usually updates around QuakeCon. I've always wanted to go to QuakeCon. I bought a gaming laptop specifically to go to QuakeCon in 2020, and then this little thing happened that year, so I couldn't go.
Boo. Hunter says, sorry buddy, where is he playing? Hicks versus Hicks, yes, because there's another Hicks in here. He's killed me many times. I'm not doing.
No, I saved the other Hicks, not you.
Oh no, I killed him there. Yeah, I'm not doing very well as a Marine at the minute. Yeah, I was never a fan of this, to be honest.
This map? It's not my favorite. No. It's okay. What is this? What are you after, Mr. Pred?
The worst one was the giant one from the last DLC, in my opinion.
Which one? Oh, I love that map. I mean, you gotta have, like, full players, but... The crash site, right?
No, Crash Site was brilliant. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the big one from the first DLC, sorry.
What one was that one?
It's the one where there was, like, the giant chasm.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't mind that map. I mean, it is big, but...
That was my least favorite.
Well, hello, Freddy.
Hunter says that the other Hicks is a great gameplay. Well, it's wearing the name of Hicks, so he's got to be. It's by law. You're not allowed to use the moniker Hicks and be a dick.
Sorry, still collating?
Oh, I've always thought that was a great username. Still collating.
Yes, it is indeed. One of our old AVP Galaxy Forum classic usernames right there. Oh.
I always liked the end music for when the timer was running. As well.
Gotta stop doing those trophy kills in front of me.
Die, Adam. Die.
Oh.
Only virtually. Only virtually.
I love it when like Chris is like, "Do you two like just hate each other?" Because you're always against each other.
Oh, what were we so what we were playing was me and Chris were playing Thriller the Hunt yesterday. No, The Hunt Begins. Sorry, the board game. And we were talking to the shop owner about the Thing game, one of the Thing board games. And like, there's a whole thing around the paranoia of who's the Thing in the game. And Chris was saying, "Oh, I'd love to see you and Adam play this."
That would be good. So you played that board game then, the Outpost 31?
Oh no, not played it yet.
Yeah, I need to play that.
We were just talking to the shop owner about it because we saw it on the shelf. We just always seem to end up giving the opposing characters.
We're just following the, agendas we were given.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there have been a number of times where, like, we've totally stabbed each other in the back. And
that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Caleb, it's the Ares game, Thing game we were talking about, which isn't the Outpost 31. That's another one we should probably cover on Janae.
You know what we need to stream again is Dead by Daylight. They did add the alien to that game. We've only streamed it once.
I've not played it since I streamed it out.
Yeah, we should.
Yep, I mean, it's not like we have time to really play it outside of the weekends these days. Ah, damn it. I'm doing shit and I'm still our team second best. That's probably why our team's doing shit. Still collating's beasting it up. What do you want to do? Do you want to do Dead by Daylight next week then? If Chris isn't ready to start doing the RPG.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds good to me.
Caleb, you up for that?
Good to get some more DBD in, and I'm sure Caleb could use a break from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or actually he probably could not, because he still likes that game quite a bit. As do I. It's fun.
1 minute remaining.
Xenostorian asks, what do you think about a Predator game in the style of Isolation? I don't know how you could do like a pure survival horror Predator game. I mean, I know you could with AVP, right? But
I mean, yeah, it was talked about on the boards recently, wasn't it? And like, yes, AVP 2 did Predator horror pretty well in the first mission, the first Marine mission. But I'm not sure what sustainability it have.
you know, I did really like. I'd say the closest thing to that, honestly, was that Ghost Recon mission. Like, if they could do like a full game, kind of in that style.
Yeah, but it was also very. It was short burst.
Whew, oh, wow. I did actually. Well, no. I got second, but none of us did that great.
You just didn't do as well as Higgs over there.
Yeah.
It was a beast. Beast!
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. It is always a pleasure to stream on this Sunday afternoon for me and Sunday evening for you, Aaron. And you can always find us on our website, avpgalaxy.net. So check out our site, check out our forums, and
We just posted our podcast review of Aliens Dark Descent. I think I put that up on Friday, so if you haven't listened to that one yet, go and have a listen. Let us know what you think.
Yep, and play that game too, because that game is a lot of fun. We need to stream that again as well. So
Fucking awesome, okay, yeah. Oh, and don't forget to mention the Patreon.
yes, so we've recently launched our Patreon. So if you'd like to give us a little extra support, please head over there and give it a consideration. We have special perks, both on the website and just in general, like access to our Genetic Memory podcast, which we will be recording a second episode for soon. So we are always very appreciative for any of our Patreon supporters and those considering it.
Indeed. You've already helped me pay for a podcast edit. I'm waiting for the first one back, actually. Still. But it's there with a guy we've worked with in the past on several other things. So that I'm waiting for that to come back for me to do a final pass on. And I'm also working on currently a first pass on our interview with Declan Shelby, who is the writer of Thor, the most recent Alien Marvel arc, which we both really enjoyed.
Yes.
So we've got like Adam said, we've got a bunch of stuff planned up. We're recording an interview with Brian Thomas Schmidt soon. We're recording our review of Thor and the annual that's coming out later this week. And yeah, we're coming up with some ideas for the Genetic Memory as well. We're going to be reviewing Dead Space next, and the one we already have available is a chat on Darkstar. So plenty to keep you guys and girls entertained out there.
Indeed. Well, thanks again for watching, everybody. And we will see you next week, ideally. Assuming
Maybe.
nothing
We'll see you
nothing
next
happens.
time. See you next
We're
time.
planning on it. All right.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
In a bit. Bye.